And welcome back to a very special edition of the OSP. I'm Sid Rosenberg, joined now by one of the greatest offensive linemen in the history of the National Football League, part of that undefeated 1972 Miami Dolphin football team and many other great teams for the Miami Dolphins. A guy I am proud to say I know, and even more proud to say a friend of mine, all-time Miami Dolphin great Larry Little. Larry, good afternoon, buddy. How are you?
Good afternoon, Sid. I'm fine, and you?
Good. You know, every time I talk to you, last couple of months, I talk about that dinner that we had last year when Michael Irvin made the Hall of Fame. He had a dinner locally here in South Florida, and at one point he had up on stage 3 Hall of Famers. It was Michael, you, and Lawrence Taylor. And I took a picture of that, Larry. That's quite a shot. That was quite a night, huh?
It was a great night. Great food, great atmosphere, and Michael was great. He didn't cry like he did at the end, so everything went fine.
He didn't get that emotional, you're right. But, you know, it's funny with the 3 Hall of Famers up there, and you talk about great night and great food, Larry. And we're going to get to your roast here for your big dinner coming up momentarily. But you've been in the Hall of Fame now for a long time, and deservedly so. How did making the Hall of Fame, Larry, change your life? Or did it?
Well, it didn't change my life a whole lot, because it was something that I thought I was going to eventually get into, because I did have a pretty good career as an offensive lineman. But, it got me more endorsements, more publicity, but it was just a great feeling to be among the greatest players of all time.
Now, every couple of years, some team flirts with that undefeated record. The Colts, I think, have been to 13-0 and 14-0. The Patriots last year, they won all their regular season games, nearly went 19-0, and there are a couple of old Dolphin players there, Larry, that get, like Mercury Morris is a crazy person, and a couple of other guys get all bent out of shape. Are you like that when other teams start to flirt with an undefeated season?
They call us a bunch of grumpy or grouchy old men. We're not that way. If a team was going undefeated, we'd congratulate them because we'll still be the first team to ever do it. But, I think Mercury, he loves doing what he was doing. Last year, he was getting all kind of hate mail, threat letters, and he was doing every bit of it because that's Mercury. And we were out in Arizona week of the Super Bowl last year because we did that commercial for Reebok.
Uh-huh.
And we had more press at that press conference than Roger Goodell had at his.
Yeah.
Wanted to know what we were going to say and what we were going to do. But, I felt all along someone was going to beat New England. I didn't know it was going to be in the Super Bowl or not. But I put it this way. The more games a team wins, the tighter their butts get.
Right.
They were a tight team in that game. They were tight. And the Giants just beat them. The Giants could have beaten them the last game of the year.
Yep.
That's why I admire Tom Coughlin for what he did. He played his whole team, the first team, the whole game that game, and let them know they could beat this football team.
Right, and there was a lot of talk back then that he wouldn't have done that because the Giants were already in the playoffs. They had nothing to gain, really, by playing their starters that day. And you're right, Larry. As it turned out, they lost the game, the Giants, but they gained a lot of confidence, and that started their roll right towards the Super Bowl. So you talk about gaining respect for Tom Coughlin, but you played for the man who's won more than anybody, the great Don Shula, who's going to be at your dinner here, your roast coming up. What about playing all those years, Larry, for Don Shula? How was that?
It was great. It was really, really great. Playing for 2 other coaches before I played for Don, because I played for Sid Gilbert, who was a great coach in his own right.
Good quarterback, too.
And I played for George Wilson here in Miami the year before Don got here. But when he came in, he changed the culture and the atmosphere of the whole football team. A lot of what's going on this year with the Miami Dolphins. The culture has really changed compared to last year. It was the same way back then when Don came in. And it was a great playing for the greatest coach in history. He was a taskmaster, but, we had to live with, we were the hardest working team in football during that time. And we really worked harder than every team in the league, so we deserved everything that we got.
You made a very good analogy between Don Shula when he was coaching you in the 70s and this Dolphin team now that's 4-4 has a chance to get to 5-4 with a win against Seattle. They've got 3 straight home games. And if Shula is the best coach of all time, then the guy running the organization now, Bill Parcells, is right behind him, Larry. So when you see Parcells and Ireland and Sperano, I guess that does bring back some memories, huh?
It really does because everybody knew Parcells' reputation when he came in here. Everybody knew Don's reputation when he came to Miami, but no one ever really heard of Tony Sperano. And he's a coach now that's really going to make a name for himself. And he has a great staff. Diane Henning was here with us before, my last year. And I played with, as old as show you how old I am. I played with San Diego.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, he's been around a long time. All right, so let's get to this here. Talking again to Hall of Fame Miami Dolphin offensive lineman Larry Little here on a special edition of the OSP. They got a big dinner going on down here, a big roast for you, Larry. I know your teammate Bob Kuchenberg is going to lead the way, and everybody from Manny Fernandez to Don Shula to a bunch of your Dolphin teammates from 30, 40 years are going to be there. Where is this dinner, and what's this dinner all about?
Well, it's going to be for an international African museum. It's going to be at Barchetta on the Bay, right on the 79th Street Causeway. And you're right, it's for the Igbo Cultural Association. These are some guys that met me, and they're trying to build a national African museum here in South Florida. So they asked me would I participate. I told them yeah, and I got right now. Coach Shula, I'm still working on him. He's not a definite yet, but we have Dwight Stevenson, Jim Cade, Mercury, of course, Manny Fernandez, Earl Morrow, Ted Hendricks, and Cornelius Bennett. And I'll probably get some more to come. You know, Cornelius is up for the Hall of Fame this year.
Right.
And Ted, being a great player here from Miami, he's also in the Hall of Fame. So it should be we should have a great time that night.
Oh, that is.
They're going to come after me hard,
yeah,
but I have something to go right back at them, too, believe me.
Oh, no doubt. That's an interesting cast of characters. As you know, I'm very close with Jim Kick and Ted Hendricks, as you said, a great player for the Miami Hurricanes. So that sounds like it should be a great night, and that's a pretty cool cause. Okay, before we let you go here, Larry, I'm talking to you here down in South Florida on Tuesday, the day of the election. And before you came on live on TV with me, you said that I should change my vote. You obviously listened to my radio show, and you know that I'm a McCain guy. So you voted for Barack Obama, and I think you're going to get some happy results here, Larry. How about that? How about our first African-American president?
Oh, that's a great feeling. You know, not just because he's African-American. I voted for him also because of the change that he wants to make, and I think he's going to succeed in doing it. And he's very eloquent. He has a lot of class. He's the best man for the job. Nothing against John McCain, but I think Barack Obama will become a great president, maybe our greatest president since John F. Kennedy.
Wow. Wow. Let me just say this, Larry. If Barack Obama is half the president that you were as an offensive lineman, my kids will be in good shape.
I think so.
All right, Larry.
Like my granddaughter can say when she sees him on TV.
Right.
Mama. She's 2 years old.
That's cute. Well, listen, man, it's great to talk to you, and it's always a pleasure, an honor, and a thrill. I wish you the best of luck with the roast dinner, and have lots and lots of fun. Thank you so much, Larry.
All right, see you. Thanks a lot.
Take care. You too, buddy. Larry Little's interrogation is over, and so is this show. But make sure you tune into opensports.com every day, where the future of sports on the web is open. See you next time.
For more great videos, check back every day on opensports.com.